Banana has purple hair!
Congratulations on your purple hair, Nene.
Yes, congrats. I'm sure it looks fabulous. Went to the hairdressers today. Nice. Okay. So, once again, now that I've gone live again, welcome back, everyone, to Curse of Vistani, Episode 1. So, last time, we did our Episode 0, where we got all of our characters set up, and went into the backstories of your characters a little bit. Then we followed their journeys as they entered the town and made their way to the guild. Lily got a tomato thrown at her face and made a new friend in Firedale's character Curio. Nihon's character Aurora fell asleep in front of the guild and ate some pretty yummy ham. Whereas Pika's character San and her companion Moro, they decided not to listen to the music and just head straight for the guild.
And got stopped by divine intervention.
Yes, got stopped by divine intervention. Tried to pickpocket a sleeping Goliath and got sleep slapped.
Indeed.
Anihan.
Yeah. Oh, I'm here. I've been here all along.
So, is there anything that anyone has questions about or wants to say before we get into it?
No, I'm good.
No?
You're awesome.
Well, thank you.
Icon has crit now.
Just a point of order from last week.
Mm-hmm.
I have 3 instrument proficiencies. I only have 1 instrument.
Oh, okay.
I
thought
can
you
buy
had
the other
3
instruments later, but they're expensive.
Oh, I thought you had 3 instruments. I didn't realize they were
No,
just proficiencies.
I'm trained in multiple instruments, but I only have 1 because they all cost approximately 30 gold.
Gotcha.
And
So which one is it? The lute?
Yeah, the lute's the one that I started with.
Okay.
Yeah, my starting equipment gave me 1 instrument that I physically possess.
Okay, that is good for me to know. Because last time I totally was going to break your instrument if...
That's why I'm clarifying. I don't have another one.
if you had failed that check. Alright. Well, so the order in which people arrived was Aurora got there first, but he got there too early, so he's currently sleeping in front of the guild. Just kind of like upright, leaned against the wall, snoring real loudly as everyone just passes him by and ignores him. Then San arrived with Moro. And for the record, Moro is allowed in the guild. He is allowed to come in with you. Not a lot of places will allow a direwolf to come in, but...
Me, yeah? She's a girl.
It's just her. Yes, her. My bad. You're going to have to remind me of that so often, I hope you know. And then Curio and Saflin followed not long behind her. So, let's see. So, Aurora is outside sleeping.
Outside or inside?
He's outside.
Okay.
He's outside the
Guildhall
doors.
was not open yet.
Correct. So, he's just there, sleeping, snoozing away, snoring up a storm. And then this big old cat climbs in his lap. And
Meow.
he wakes up. So Aurora, a big cat just climbed in your lap and woke you up.
Meow.
What's your reaction to that?
Is this a cutscene? I have to ask.
It's not a cutscene.
Okay. So it's not me. Okay.
Nihan, you there?
Yes. What's up?
Your character just had a big old cat climb in their lap.
Oh, kind of very slowly
And
open
woke you up.
one eye. And grunt.
You just grunt at it.
Yeah.
All right. So then a female tabaxi comes up and it's like, Looney, get off of him. Come on, let's go inside. And so the cat
Mhm.
Looney just kind of nuzzles up against you again and then goes back to her master and they go inside.
What peculiar customs this place has.
Luna, not Looney. But you said it was pronounced like Looney. I asked.
As an example, so that you did the correct sound, instead
No,
of.
I said Looney Lovegood.
Oh, it was the wrong person who said. Oh, I missed that. It wasn't the right person saying it.
Sorry, Annie.
That's my bad. Luna, not Looney. All right, so you're awake now. You see that the guild has been open for a while. Do you go in?
Yes. I'll just pick my axe up if I don't quite have it. It's put away already and just kind of head on inside.
Okay.
And for some reason, you have this strange sense of achievement, but you don't know why. Your hand just feels special.
So you walk in. You see the tabaxi and her familiar, her companion, go off to the left, and you start heading to the right. There's a line of people. They're lined up like at the desk in front of this elven woman. At the front of the line, there is a elf with her companion, a direwolf. Behind her is another elf. He looks very, very skinny and kind of nerdy. And then behind him, Gumdrop for 8. Thank you for the $5 donation. Sorry. Let's wait for the cackling to stop. All right. So behind the elven man, there is another tabaxi and a tiefling, kind of like standing together, not really one behind the other. They're just kind of standing next to each other in line here. So you go ahead and get in line with them. So let me pull up my notes here. Sorry, I forgot to have them pulled up.
It's okay, we forgive you.
All right, so Don, you walk up to the counter. You're first in line. There was some other people ahead of you, but they're done now. And you the elven lady at the front at the counter kind of motions you forward, saying, "Yes, it's your turn. Come on." And you walk up, and she says, "Hi, I'm May. I'm sorry. I'm May. I'm gonna be your guild instructor. Our motto here is no job too small, no problem too big. We'll take care of them all and then have a swig. So how can I help you today?
I'm just gonna stare at her for a minute. Like,
Are you all right? I have
it-
to say that. I'm sorry.
The he really got it.
yeah, that's what got me. Adventure?
Adventure?
Adventure.
Are you trying to sign up to become a member?
1 second.
All right. She just kind of looks down at her hand as if there's a watch there, but there's not.
Sorry, my dad came in my room.
Oh, no
Oh.
problem.
It was a 1 second in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you say to me? I forgot.
She asked if you're wanting to join the guild.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have you fill out this paperwork here then. She pulls out a paperwork. It's not very long. It's kind of like 1 to 2 pages. Just like asking your name and your class and like blood type, next of kin type of thing for if anything happens, that sort of thing. So she hands it to you and then says, you can fill it out over there. And once you're done, just put it back on the desk here.
Okay.
So she hands you the paperwork and you go off and do it?
Mm.
All right. So then, and you all can hear all this. You can see all of it. It's not like hush hush. They're talking regularly, and you're close enough that you can hear everything. So she walks off, her and Moro, and they go sit down and start filling out the paperwork. Then May, the elven lady at the desk, goes, why are you here? And so the elven man walks up to her and says, I'm here to join the guild. Like, and she's like, no. It's like, come on, May. Mom said I could. So you get the feeling that this is brother and sister here. And this guy looks so weak. He does not look fit at all. He's got like these nerdy glasses on, dressed all nerdy like he's basically your stereotypical nerd in elf form. And so they're kind of arguing back and forth about it for a little bit, and he's like, it's time I set off on an adventure for myself. I know I can do it. And they kind of argue a bit, and finally she gives in. She's like, fine, fill out the paperwork. Get over there. And he just kind of has this big old smile on his face, and she's got this like scowl, like, I can't believe he's doing this, as he walks off and goes to fill out the paperwork. So next up, Curio and Saflin, you kind of walk up together. And once again, she says, hi, my name is May. I'll be your guild associate today. Our motto here is no job too small, no problem too big. We'll take care of them all, then have a swig. And so what do you guys say to that? How can I help you today?
So I just kind of look over at Curio to see if he's going to say anything, and if he doesn't, then I'll just start just going straight into it.
I'm just looking back and forth between the two.
Okay, so I'm like, hi, is this where we gotta have an adventure? I want to have an adventure.
Oh,
Now I'm
yes, we
on my
have lots
head.
of adventures here. Are you looking to join our guild?
Yes.
I'll nod my head.
All right. The both of you, are you wanting to stick together or be separate?
I'll nod my head.
Oh, we definitely want to be together.
I'll even nod my head when there's not a question being asked.
All right. Well, here's this paperwork here. I just need you to fill it out, one for each of you, and then under affiliates, just list each other.
Okie dokie. Sounds great. And I just kind of grab my paperwork and kind of tug on Curio a little bit to kind of lead him.
I'll nod my head and follow
Firedale
along.
turns into a bobblehead. All right, then last up is Aurora. She kind of somehow she didn't notice you before, and she just looks at you and just kind of she's an elf, so she's pretty tall herself, but it's not often that she finds someone who's taller than her. So she kind of just looks up at you, and all those tattoos on your face is like, oh my. Yes, you're next, sir.
Hello.
And she gives you the spiel again.
And I say, yes, quite so. I would like, I am here for adventure, and I am here.
Adventure. Lots of adventurers today.
Quite so. Well, a path, anyways. Adventure leads to a path, so I may as well. Was brought here, so I might as well see what this is about.
Alrighty. Well, here's some paperwork for you. Just go ahead and have a seat over there and fill it out. And once you're done, put it back on the desk here.
Indeed. Give her a quick thank you and nod as I wander on over to the table, noticing that it is very small and very low. And the chair is very small, but it will probably hold my weight somewhat. So I kind of...
They are a little on the smaller side.
Yeah.
Since this is a dwarven town, so it's
Right.
mostly dwarves, but
And I'm 8 feet tall, so
mhm.
so
But
I kind of get in the whole big grown-up dad in sitting at the kids table kind of position with the
Right.
tiny chair and start
Right.
filling things out.
Yeah. But to give you guys a sense, the main population of this town is definitely dwarves. Elves are probably second, but then there is just a big mix of bunch of other races as well. So it's not like it's all dwarves and elves. There's a good mix of people here. So it's probably tailored mostly towards dwarves, but since elves are a big part of the population too, it's not specifically for dwarves. So things might be a little on the smaller side, but not too much so. So you all go over and are filling out your paperwork. Do you talk to each other? Do you keep it to yourselves? What do you do while you're doing this? Do you even know how to write "You were raised by wolves"?
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, you would. Your character was 40 when she went to live with the wolves, right? Pika?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Sorry,
forgot.
I was talking. I have to be quiet, remember?
Yeah, no problem. So yeah, you definitely know how to write and read and such. So you guys just quietly fill out your paperwork then?
And I'll cheat
Yep.
off of her to find out what I should write down.
Yeah, I just
Alright.
fill out my paperwork.
Alrighty. So you guys fill out your paperwork, and one by one you put it back on the desk. And then you go back to sit down and wait for her to call you over. So after a little while, 20, 30 minutes, it's bureaucracy. It's not going to be quick. She comes back out and says, "Okay, I have a party listing here. So if I call your name, please come up. We try to keep our parties to around 5 or so people. So, just for safety measures. So first of all, we have Aurora. Aurora.
I kind of grunt a little bit, and I'm like, "No, that is me." And I
All
kind of
right.
get up and out of my tiny chair and make my way over there.
Then we have San and Moro.
Yep.
I assume that's you two over here.
Mm.
Then we have, looks like listed here as best friends, Curio and Saflin. Curio and Saflin?
I just
It
kind of
does.
wave wildly and go up to where I see the group gathering.
All right. And then last but not least, we have, sorry, give me 1 second. Last but not least, Callan. And that's the, you see the nerdy elvish man come and join you guys.
How is that spelled, by the way?
Callon.
Okay.
So this is a wood elf.
Colon with an A.
It's Callon. Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. So like, okay. So first rule of business. Who wants to be the party leader? Well, don't all speak up at once.
I'm still looking back and forth. I point at the wolf.
Nice.
Why are you pointing at the wolf?
For
Oh,
party
your
leader.
master seems
I-
like she's a very good leader.
Well, I mean, what does the leader have to do?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. Basically, it's basically just a title for guild purposes. The leader will be in charge of like requisitioning quests and turning them in, collecting any rewards and that sort of thing. Once you're outside of these halls, it really doesn't matter. But just when your party is here, they're kind of the one who deals with the workings here.
Okay, so I'm just kind of looking around at this point, trying to see, because that sounds like a lot of responsibility.
I'm just gonna point at Mara.
You point at Moro.
Two votes for the wolf.
Well, because I wasn't sure if Nihon's character was gonna jump in or not.
Two votes for the direwolf, huh? Can the direwolf speak common?
No.
All right. Well, we'd prefer if we can actually speak with the leader.
Then I'll point at my best friend.
Gosh, are you sure? I mean, if you don't think I can, I mean, I'm definitely willing to try. It sounds like a lot of fun.
Well, you talk good. It sounds like that's the requirement.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Sure.
No objections.
Sure, I'll do it.
All right.
No objections from here.
You were. What was your name again? Saflin.
Chaplain, yeah.
Alrighty, I'll just put that here for my forms. All right. So, generally we like to let you guys get to know each other a little. But when you're ready, you can look at some of the quests we have available.
Sounds good.
Alrighty.
And I guess I'd kind of start looking around and kind of observing everybody in the group, try to figure out like what everybody does, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of just assess the group a little bit.
Mm-hmm. So, Pika, I'm a little curious. This is your first time meeting Saflin, and she's this very energetic tiefling.
very brightly
What-
colored, energetic
which
Keyblade.
seems to be like kind of opposite of your personality. How is your character just reacting to? She's just been put on a crew with you, and now she's the leader.
Cub.
What?
She's a cub.
Cub?
Mm.
You just think
That's
she's
fair.
young and
Safflin's pretty young. This is fair.
I'm just gonna walk over to her, pat her head, and be like, "Sun protect, moral protect." Cub.
Oh.
Ooh, I'll pat her head too and lean my head down, waiting for pets. That's totally my thing.
I'm just gonna pat him on the head.
I simply am just looking.
Curio's tail is like
looking at
wagging
this-
furiously, just waiting for the
I'll
pets.
start purring.
I am just looking at this group, observing their strange cultural behaviors, which I have never seen before. For many of these creatures, I have never seen before, and I'm simply attempting to understand without being too confused.
Yep, and I'm just kind of letting this happen, letting them pat me on the head, just kind of trying to make sure that they're being careful of the flowers in my horn, so
Right.
that none of the flowers are getting damaged.
And I
Mhm.
kind
Um,
of, as a very curious, thinking it maybe perhaps this is some sort of odd custom, reach out and just give a very soft, very slow pats on the head, and then pull my hand back, as if
And
to,
I'll reach
as
up
if to
and
see
give him a pat on the head too. I'm tall enough to do it.
what strange and peculiar customs.
I like
so,
it.
I don't know if I caught all of your names. I naturally, my best friend right here. This is Curio. I'm Safflin. And kind of looks the other ones up and down.
Nice to
points
meet
at-
you, Safflin. Says Callan, and kind of like vigorously shakes your hand.
Hi, you said you were Callan, right?
Yes, you're best friends, huh?
Yeah, we
How
just
long have you been
met
miss-
earlier today. It's great.
Oh wow, that's very quick.
Just
He says, well, Callan, what kind of adventuring do you do?
Well, I haven't really done any before, but my mom said I could, so.
Okay, so I play music, and I kind of point at my lute a little bit, and I can actually cast spells through my music. So what kind of skills do you have for adventuring?
Really powerful ones. Yeah, I know all sorts of powerful spells and such.
And I'm kind of
Like-
looking him up and down. Do I need to roll like a perception check or an insight check
Sure,
or something here?
roll a perception check.
Okay. My perception is not the greatest, but we'll see how this goes. It's not terrible.
All right, a 15. So yeah, he's definitely not being completely truthful.
Alright.
He's not like trying to lie, but he's definitely embellishing.
He was trying to sound impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like here. Let me show you.
Okay.
And so he pulls a rock out of his pocket, and it starts like shining with like this purplish magic, and then it gets launched at the wall. So he, excuse me, he casts Magic Stone.
Okay.
See, isn't that so
gonna say
awesome?
Oh, it's very cool.
I'll
Can you
clap.
do it? Can you do it with stuff that's bigger than rocks? Or can you do it with bigger rocks?
Not much bigger.
Okay. I'm going to cast Dancing Lights,
Oh,
my cantrip.
oh, that's so pretty.
And I kind of make them float around because it creates 4 lights. They're kind of small. They're torch sized. And I can kind of move them around.
Oh, I should have had you roll insight, not perception, but oh,
I'll bet at one of the lights.
That's why I was asking, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I was more thinking perception or honestly, investigation probably would have been more accurate as to kind of get a feel for
Right.
what class he might be based on his equipment.
Gotcha.
I think that's insight and investigation. Yeah.
Well,
Well,
yeah, I
it-
think that's investigation. Insight is like emotional intelligence.
Right.
So motives.
So you get the feeling that he doesn't even really know what his class is yet. He doesn't have anything specific. He looks very weak, and it's obvious. Especially if that's the powerful spell he showed you.
He's a novice.
Okay, so great. So what about the rest of you? And I'm gonna kind of go ahead and turn to San and Morrow.
Me?
Mhm.
I'm still trying to stop Moro from going after the light.
I'm gonna move the lights to sit in front of Morrow, so Morrow doesn't have to go anywhere to get at them. They're right in front of him.
Thank you.
Yeah, because there she is a bit she doesn't like light all that much. She what's it called? Light sensitivity.
Since it's concentration.
Mm-hmm.
That's also bright light. These are very dim.
Yeah, these are dim lights. So they're not very bright, but also if Morrow tries to like snuff out the lights by putting their paws on them, since it's concentration, I'm gonna dismiss the spell and make it look like they're snuffing it out. But yeah, so I'm just trying to go around the group and try to see what kind of information they're willing to give and what I'm going to have to try to figure out on my own.
Okay. All right. So what about Nihon? What do you? She was addressing you as well with that last one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was addressing San and Morrow and Aurora.
Oh, so I'll just kind of introduce myself to everybody. That's I am Aurora. Your customs are quite different from what I'm used to, but I believe that Pelor approves of them, so I have no qualms, and it is an honor to be beside you all. May Pelor's divine blessings be upon us.
The man of faith, I see.
Quite, you could say so. I mostly have been brought here, apparently been brought to you as parts of some greater noble meaning. I'm not quite sure what yet, but I trust in Pelor that I will be able to find that out, and it is Pelor's will that I must go on this journey.
Divine purpose. That's so exciting. And then I'm gonna kind of turn to Kirio. Still kind of looking at San because I didn't actually get an answer from San.
I'm Curio and I'm fast.
Just
And
throw
then I'll
you in
tilt
your
my
fast.
head. And I'm fluffy. I'll tilt my head more and say, and I don't know what to say.
Okay.
That
Well,
sounds right.
like if we go adventuring and let's see. Maybe we find I don't know, maybe we find some monsters, right?
Right.
What would you do?
I would punch it.
Okay. So would you say that you want to kind of be right next to the monster because you want to punch him?
Yes.
Okay. That helps.
Or
And
pet it.
Saplin's kind of just going off the cuff here, trying really
Yeah,
hard
I love
to
how,
sound
like-
like she knows like she's a tactician,
Exactly.
but she's not. She's trying to sound like she
You're
knows
trying
what
to
she's
be all
doing.
proper and like seem in charge.
She's
Love
like,
it.
I can do this. Right, but she absolutely does not know what she's doing. She's just kind of just gonna fake it till she makes it. And
I'm
let's
new
see.
to this other people thing.
Do any of you react to that? Like he just said he's new to this other people thing.
Yeah,
Like,
that
what's
was
that
in
mean?
character.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Like-
nod my head.
I can understand that. I mean, there's a lot
Well-
more people here than I'm used to dealing with.
Although, to be fair, I think all of your characters are new to this other people thing.
I mean, I was raised in a
Except for
small
Saflin, yeah.
village, but
Saflin's probably the most used to that sort of thing.
I've been the one that's probably been around the most people, which is terrifying because the most people I've probably been in a room with is maybe 10.
So there's you, this really talkative person who's been in at most a room of 10 people, and there's everyone else who's like kind of awkward and
Yep, most of the monks stayed to themselves.
Okay. Right. Awesome. So,
I will lean down to the wolf and say, "You look like you have a very strong person."
yeah, I'm just kind of watching this happen.
Morrow just nods her head.
all right.
So, we all want to go on an adventure, right? I think that's what I heard everybody say when they were in line.
Quite so.
Yes.
So,
Yes,
do we
sure.
want to go ahead and go see what adventures there are to be had? I think they mentioned something like a quest list or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then a swig.
I think that's after we finish the adventure.
What's a swig?
Saplin would actually know about drinking at least, because small town.
Yeah.
What else are you gonna do?
Exactly.
There comes a point. You finish your daily work. What else are you gonna do but drink? So I'm like, oh, that's when you go and you get a drink after a long day, and you just kind of sit and relax a bit.
Okay. So after you have fun, you relax. Makes sense.
Right. So I'm gonna kind of be looking around for wherever it was that May said that we needed to go to get
You
a
just
look
go
at
back
what
over to
is
May.
available. Okay, so it's just May. There's not like a board or anything.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, so I'll go back up to May
so-
and be like, okay.
For the record, this is like a really long desk with like several different Mays, kind of all dressed similarly. She's not the only one here, but she's the one that all of you went to.
Right, so
So
it's a bunch of
that's the line
assorted
we went in.
tellers, essentially.
Right.
Okay, so would we need
So
to go
she-
back to May specifically, or just any teller?
You probably would because she's the one who kind of got
Who's
you
the
guys
one
set
who
up.
grouped us?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you
Yeah, so
probably
I'll-
go to the one who you're most familiar with.
Right. Kind of look around, look at all the people, look at May,
Mhm.
walk back over to May because I'm just like, I don't know any of these people. And be like, okay, I think we're ready to go on an adventure. What kind of things do you have for us to do?
Oh, great! I'm glad to hear it. That's very quick. Excuse me. So, since you guys are all new, we have you classed as Class E adventurers at the moment. So, with that comes a few small jobs to start, so that we can kind of like get a read on what your guys' skill level is. And the more quests you do, the more you can rank up and get harder and harder quests. But for now, we're gonna look at some E ones. Let's see, and she starts flipping through some papers and Like-
Yeah.
that one would be good. She sets that aside. This one. Oh, and that one too. Yeah. All right. So we have 3 here that you guys can do for now. They're all kind of like fetch quests. Someone wants something, and it's your job to take care of it for them.
I'm just kind of thinking back to Callan's introduction, and I'm like, that's probably a good idea to start there.
And so she gives you a brief description of them. One is a local blacksmith. He would like you to get some ore for him out of the local mine. There's another, which is a local magic shop owner. And he would like some ingredients out of the forest. And then there's another one, which is not quite a fetch quest, but they're the local like market people, the vendors at the market have requested from the guild to help them take care of a goblin problem. There's some goblins that are basically requesting protection money from all of them. Just kind of like bullying them into paying them to protect them, but there's really nothing to protect them from. They're just...
They are the threat that they are offering protection against.
Exactly.
While these are being read out, for the first one, I'm going to point at the big guy, and for the second one, I'm going to point at the... Let's see. Hold on. I still need to get the names down. Saflin. And for the third one, I'll point at me and the wolf.
I thought you would have pointed at me for the second one.
I think they might want us to do these tasks together instead of splitting up.
That would probably be best, says May.
Just because I noticed Curio kind of splitting the party, and I'm like,
Yes, one would think that
it's
perhaps...
generally, especially for adventurers of your level, it's generally best to stick together just in case there is some sort of trouble. You don't want to have one person be by themselves and run into a group of goblins. Like for this one, you probably would find a group of goblins, and then just be outnumbered.
I'm gonna point to the forest one.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards the forest one as well.
Okay.
Like, she said forest, and Saflin's eyes just started that anime star in the eyes thing. Like, she stopped listening.
All
I
right.
hear goblins, and all I get is Goblin Slayer anime.
Right, so I'm just like, guys, this is great. I grew up near a forest. I love forests. Points at the direwolf. I think you probably like forests too.
Forest.
So I think I want to do that one. What do y'all think?
So you guys can do all of them. I'll give you all three of these, and once you've completed them, you can turn them in one at a time or all together, however you'd like.
So we don't have to stick to one. We can do all three.
Right.
Awesome.
You have this paper which gives you the information you need, like where it's located and such. How much you get upon completion.
Ooh.
So
so basically we get like a crude map.
Yeah.
And like the record of how much they're paying for each task.
Mm-hmm.
I'll lean straight down next to her head and look at the paper too over her shoulder.
Yep.
And all these tasks, basically, the reward for them is about 5 gold upon completion.
Just all three of them combined?
No, individually.
Oh.
Guilds pay very well.
Nice. Okay, so what do we want to do first, you guys? I don't...
You're the leader.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I want to do the forest, so if nobody has any complaints.
Forest it is.
Forest it shall be.
Forest.
We have many places to visit and many things to uncover still. So No need to rush.
Did anybody need to go shopping or get anything before we go into the forest?
No.
We've already went shopping.
I did, and you did. I don't know what they did. They
No.
might
Doesn't
not have
everyone
had
go
time to
shopping?
sightsee. I don't know. Well, I mean, I think Aurora was sleeping when we got here. I don't know what they had time to do. But yeah, so I'm gonna kind of look at the little maps and figure out where we need to go to get to the forest.
All right. So, looking at the quest, you're not going straight to the forest. The quest is being requested by the local magic shop owner. So that would probably be where you would go to start.
So, let's go ahead and find this magic shop. And so I'm gonna walk out into the street and kind of hope that they're following behind me, and see if we can find this magic shop.
So looking at the map,
I'm right behind.
you can tell like the general vicinity of where it is. And Nihon, your character Aurora, he was actually in this area before. It's the same area that the tavern was in.
Ah, yes.
So
I
you would
recall
have a
this place.
general knowledge of where to go.
Mm-hmm. So that's where the shops are at.
Yeah,
Okay.
but that's like where the like building shops are at. There's a marketplace too, but that's like stalls.
Gotcha.
This area is more like businesses.
Right, and I think probably the marketplace with the stalls would be where we had stopped for that bag of rocks.
That was kind of like side stalls. That wasn't the main market, but yeah, it's in
Right, it
that
was just
general
like
area.
yeah, it was like a back street market.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to, if Aurora knows where we're going, I'm just gonna kind of let them take the lead.
I just let the group say, I know where to go. Follow me.
Okay.
And
I was gonna say he hadn't told you yet that he knows.
right. I was
Right,
about
I'm
to
just
say.
kind of looking around lost, and I'm like, I just got here this morning, you guys.
I know where we must go to find what you're looking for. Follow me.
That sounds like a much better plan than just walking in a random direction,
Hit
which
his
is what I
head
was
and
about
say,
to do.
"Good job."
Is that yes, indeed. Much better, much safer.
So since you know the area, you know like about where it is, so you can kind of like cut through areas to try and get there faster.
Mm-hmm.
And you come to the area, and you arrive at the tavern where you were before, because you know it's this area. You don't know where specifically in this area, but you know it's this area here. What was that? Oh, okay. Sorry. I just looked over to my left, and I have my dice bag, and like the tassel on it was blinking. I'm like, since when is there an LED on that? It's the reflection off of the back of my computer.
Well done.
Gotcha.
I was like, why is my dice bag blinking? What's going on?
Okay, so do we need to do a perception check or anything like that to try to find the shop, or
Yeah,
do we
so-
just find it?
Yeah, so go ahead and roll. You're looking around trying to find it, see what's around here.
Do you want us all to roll this, or just one person?
Whoever wants to can. You're all kind of looking, so whoever wants to can.
Investigation.
Perception.
Yeah, perception check.
See if we see it.
Right.
I think it's good to have multiple people roll it. That way we can have fun
Mhm.
stuff if someone doesn't see it and someone does.
All right. With
I
those
don't like that.
rolls. Okay. So, San did surprisingly well with having disadvantage. Aurora did very
Roll
well.
Roll
Which,
2.
yep, you're out in the sun, so your perception is disadvantaged
Yep.
Okay.
because you're a dark elf.
You rolled the same thing for both. So.
Yep.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So basically, with your perception, it's going to do that like every time because it can't tell if you're in the sun or not. If you're not in the sun,
If
we'll just
you-
take the first one.
Right, and if you are in the sun, you take the lower.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, with those rolls, you are looking around, kind of trying to find it. You see the tavern again. I don't remember what I called it last time. I think I called it the Rusty Bucket or something like that. You see, let's see, what do you see? You see a tailor, or what looks to be a tailor shop. It's kind of got like a sign hanging above it with like a needle and thread.
Okay.
Called the Loose String. 1 hour remaining. Oh wow, 1 hour remaining already.
Yeah, we need to get moving.
And you see a couple other shops, but you do see a shop called the Magic Hat. It's kind of like a top hat, like sort of like a magic trick type of thing, with a wand, but instead of like a magician's wand, it's like an actual wand. So you'd guess that that's the magic shop.
Okay, so I'm kind of looking around. It's taking me a while to find it because I rolled pretty low.
Probably Aurora is the one who spots it first, and I assume he'd be like, "Hey guys, it's over here."
Yep.
Or
Yes.
something along that lines.
So
Just kind of wait for him over to it. Yep.
yeah, we just kind of walk in.
So you go up to the door. It's and you walk in. There's a lady at the front, like just outside the place, kind of like about. She actually kind of stops you and asks what you want. Like, she kind of like steps in front of the door. And is like, "Can I help you, folks?"
I just kind of hold up the paper and be like, "Hi, we're new members of the guild." I don't know if we ever actually got the name of the guild, but if we did, I would insert
The
it
guild
there.
hall is Fata Ora. Fata Ora Guild Hall.
Fata Aura.
The guild hall.
Yep. FATAORA. And it's a capital O.
FATAORA.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Said, "Hi, we just became adventurers at the Fata Guild Hall, and we were told that you were looking for some ingredients. So I was hoping you could kind of give us some more information so that we can make sure that we find what you're looking for."
Oh, you're from the guild. Okay. We're not really open for business yet. That's why I stopped you. But if you're from the guild for a request, then I can let you in. And she kind of unlocks the door and like kind of she doesn't like open it all the way just yet. She kind of leans in and says, "Honey, so the people from the guild are here about our request." And you like hear a little clatter and it's like, "Oh, okay, 1 second." And kind of hear it. She kind of closes the door a bit more. He's like, "Just give him 1 second." Hear a little ruckus in there, and he's like, "All right, they can come in now." And so she opens the door, and she kind of bows at you all and welcomes you in. This is a beautiful woman too. Kind of like loose, flowy outfits, curly black hair. Very beautiful all around. Looks human.
Any kind of reaction at all to me being a tiefling?
Nope, none at all.
Awesome.
Or a dire wolf.
She probably would ask the direwolf to stay outside.
Okay, fair enough.
I'll
Yeah,
stay outside
Morrow
with the
can-
wolfie.
Morrow can guard the door and make sure no one interrupts our conversation.
Because it is a shop, so having a giant direwolf in there would probably not go over all that well.
Okay, I'll stay outside with Morrow then, and Curio.
Okay. So you guys go in, and you walk in, and you see this, like, immaculate magic shop. There's shelves lining all the walls, and they're, like, everything's in perfect order. Like, there's potion shelves and racks with magic equipment, and just all sorts of goodies, and they all just look, like, perfectly clean, like nothing out of place. You can tell they're trying to get it ready for the public. So you walk up to the counter where there is a man. He's a human man, kind of dressed in darker clothes, like has a hood up. And he introduces himself as Charles. Hi, my name is Charles. You guys are here for the quest?
Yes.
Great,
We were
great.
told that you needed ingredients from the forest.
Yes. We're just so busy here trying to get our shop ready. And I really could use a flower, a specific flower from the forest. Before
I'm just kind of looking upwards at my horns, at the flowers in my horns.
No, not those flowers. Sorry. A very specific flower.
Okay.
They're beautiful flowers, though. Very lovely. In your hair.
Yeah.
So the flower I'm wanting, it's this white flower. Let me see. I have the name of it here. There we go. We're needing dream lilies. We need about 5 to 10 of them, if you could. They're not too hard to find. There's a forest just like to the left of the entrance of town, just outside the town. And if you go there, it shouldn't be too difficult to find. But,
okay, sounds good. Is there anything that we should know about these flowers? Do they need to be, like, harvested in a specific way, or?
Yeah, as pristine as you could would be great. And we will reward you very well if you when you come back with them. If you come back with extra, we'll give you. We can reward...
sell the extra to you. Basically.
Yeah, we'll. I know the guild is paying you for this, but we'll have an extra surprise. Here, would you like to see what we can offer you for this stuff?
That'd be great.
All right, so he leads you to a door that's kind of like at the back. It's not behind the desk. It's the room's kind of like an L shape, with the desk kind of at the front, and then it goes further back to the right of him. And at the back right, there's a door. And he asks, I'll take one of you down there for now. just to give you a glimpse. And who wants to be the one to go down?
A good portion of our party stayed outside.
You're doing fine, Fire. Just
Wait,
play
who
your
all stayed
character.
outside?
Have
I
at it.
thought just Pika did.
Curio also stayed outside.
Yeah, I stayed
Oh,
outside
I
with the
missed that.
wolf.
I missed
So
Yep.
it's just me and Aurora and Callan.
that. Okay. Oh, sorry, I thought there was more of you. Yeah, so there's 3 of you in there. So
Mhm.
yeah, just one.
I mean, I guess I can come take a peek.
All right. So he brings you through the door, and right inside the door there's just a stairway that goes down. It's leading into the basement, and he brings you to the bottom of the stairs, and sort of stops you just at the bottom of the stairs, and you look into the room, and it's fairly empty for the most part. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Okay.
An 8. Okay.
Yeah, my perception's pretty bad.
Yeah. So, with that, there's not a lot to see. There's a door to your left. You're not sure where that goes. And then across from you is a chest, and this chest is open, and Charles motions to it, and he says, "See that chest there?" And you guys are just standing at the bottom of the stairs, looking at it from afar. And the chest he motions to is like full of goodies. There's all sorts of stuff, like very beautiful pieces. There's like weapons. There's some gold in there. There's magic items. And he says, I'll allow, upon completion of the quest, I'll allow each of you to take an item from that chest there to keep.
Well, that's very generous of you.
Yes. We're very thankful for you guys doing this for us.
In the back of my mind, Saplin's just kind of thinking they're intending to give us a lot of stuff. I wonder if this is going to be more difficult than it sounds like.
So, he's shown it to you, so now he says, all right, let's go back up and join everyone else again.
Okay.
So he leads you back up the stairs. He's behind you. You go up in front of him.
GM, out of character question here.
Mm-hmm.
Would there be anything in particular that we would need to do to, like, store these flowers? Like, is there a particular container that we need to be using, or is just our normal pouches fine?
Your normal pouches should be fine.
Okay. Because my character would know this, but I do
yeah,
not.
yeah. You would know better once you saw the flowers, but in general, yeah, your normal pack should be more than adequate.
I mean, Saplin collects flowers all the time.
Especially you. You would know how to care for them properly.
Right. Okay. So at
right,
that point, yeah.
We come back and our head is just covered with the things we went to get.
So he brings you back up and you join the other two. He says, so how about that? Does that sound like a good deal? And
Yes.
Callan's like, what was down there? What'd he show you?
He has some really cool stuff, you guys.
Yeah?
Yeah, this is going to be great. And I give no further details.
Oh, I like stuff. Nihon, does Aurora say anything?
Not particularly. I'm just kind of focused on the adventure aspect and trying to find my way.
Okay, well, Saplin at this point, she's ready to go. She wants to be in the forest. She wants to go get flowers. She does this all the time. Okay. She's very excited to go pick up flowers.
So you start heading out the door. He's like, yep. Don't you want to know what it looks like? I have a picture.
Oh, I would have assumed he gave us a picture, but okay.
He briefly described it before.
Oh, well, yes, please. If you have a picture or anything, that'd be great.
Yeah, so he opens up a book and like has his hand over the book and sort of like points out a picture, and it's just like this white 5-leafed flower, kind of larger than a normal flower, and it's got like white speckles on it and very pretty. Let me see if I can grab a picture here for you real quick. It's called a dream lily.
Yeah. So let's see here.
All right.
I might be able to find it in D&D Beyond, maybe.
Let's see. Sorry, I didn't think to have a picture of this ahead of time.
You can just say it
I found
looks
the
like this,
I found
and
the
it shows you a
liquid
picture.
that it becomes. Which
Okay.
this is a good point actually. For a dream lily, since it's a world item. Anybody who's actually heard the flower said, would we be able to do kind of an intelligence check or a lore check or whatever to see if we know what this thing is? A knowledge
You
check?
could,
Yeah.
you could do a nature check, yeah.
Because I'm kind of curious as to what they have us go and get.
Yeah, nature is a check we have. We can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It is.
+2, so here's hoping.
A 6.
No.
Well, the people inside who are listening, anyways.
Yeah, anybody who was there.
Yeah, so
Could roll
Nihon,
that
you could do a
check.
check. I can roll a
Okay.
check for Callan. Let's see, what's his nature? +2. He gets a 4.
Which one are we rolling? Nature?
Nature.
Oh, a nat 1! First nat 1 of the campaign.
At least it wasn't anything too important.
Really
you-
doesn't know what it is.
You've never heard of this one before.
No.
You
This
know
is-
absolutely
this
nothing
is-
about it.
This is strange.
Okay.
I'm gonna-
I'm from a small village, so unless I
Mhm.
encountered it, my odds are pretty low
Right.
too.
Yeah, this
I was
is
gonna
not one
say,
you
I-
encountered in your village.
I'm a Goliath that spends most of his time up in the mountains. I don't know what most of these things are.
We don't have a magic shop. What is that?
I'm gonna stick my head in the shop and see what's taken them so long. And would
I'm
I be able
gonna-
to see the book.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of see
yeah, you
if they
can-
can look at the flower.
Yeah, so
I just want to make sure that everybody knows what we're looking for.
Lily takes the book and Saflin takes the book and brings it over to San when she peeks her head in.
This is what they want us to look for. It's called a dream lily.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna.
I'll peek my head in under her head, bumping her chin with my head.
Okay, just so that we all know what we're looking
17.
for in the forest.
Yes.
Oh, I've seen this.
Yes. So, with a 17, here we go. So, dream lilies are, you've seen these before in your forest growing up. And some of your wolves actually got into some and, like, sort of ate some, and they got fairly sick. These are typically used for poisons. So you're not sure why the magic shop owner would want that. There could be some magic item that he needs it for, but with a
I'm just
17
gonna
you know
point-
that it's typically a poisonous flower.
I'm gonna point at the book and go poison.
Okay, so we should probably be very careful when we're harvesting that then.
That would be a good idea. Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, you probably should wear gloves.
See, this is
Says
what I
Charles.
meant when I was asking if there was any particular care we needed to take when harvesting it.
My bad. I forgot that part. Oh,
Okay. So
yeah,
noted.
it's a d20 roll, Banani.
Yeah. The only time you're not going to roll a d20 is if you're rolling for something on a percentile or damage. Pretty much.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you hand the book back to him, and he says, "Yes. So 5 to 10 of those should be fine."
Okay. So I'm gonna hand the book back to him and be like, okay, so I think we're ready to go.
Banane rolled her dice
I saw it.
at home, and she rolled a nat 20.
Nat 20 when her character's not here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I tend to do better rolling physical dice, but it is what it is.
All right, so you guys leave the shop. The woman outside sort of nods at you again as you guys leave.
Okay, so he had said the forest was to the left of the front of town a little bit?
Yeah.
Or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to kind of start heading in that direction since he's kind of told me where it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you all know where the entrance is. It's where you came in at.
Right, and then while we're walking, I'm just kind of disseminating the information that we got, kind of saying, okay, so this is apparently poisonous. We're not going to want to touch it with our hands or our snouts, maybe. Kind of glancing down at Morrow. So just keep that in mind, I guess.
With the 17, you'd probably know that it's not like super dangerous to touch with your hands. When dealing with anything like this, it's generally best to wear gloves. But if you were to touch it, it wouldn't just like seep into you. But if you were to try and eat it, definitely wouldn't be good.
It should be treated like
Fight it.
peppers, it sounds like. If you
Right.
touch it with your hands, you're fine, but don't then put your hand in your mouth.
Right.
Yeah, as Banana says in chat, do not ingest.
Mm-hmm. But anyway,
I'm
these
gonna
are
look
my
at
dice.
Morrow and say no eat.
Right,
No
and they
eat.
said they needed 5
Yeah.
to 10, but if we get more, we can sell the extras. They'll give us some cool stuff if we can bring some more.
Let's see.
It sounds fun anyways. Let's go.
Great. Into the forest. Probably do a initial perception check going into the forest.
All right.
Probably ask the group to kind of keep an eye out.
So you go outside the gates. There is sort of 2 roads leading out. One goes to the right and sort of down a hill. The town is kind of like embedded into a mountain, so it's a bit of a hilly area.
Okay.
So one path leads to the right and down the hill. The other leads less steeply down, but still down a little ways and towards a forest.
Okay, so we want to go towards the forest because that's where we need to go.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you guys head towards the forest.
Yeah, just to speed things up in case, I'm considering her the leader at the moment, so I'll go where she leads.
All right.
I'm just gonna follow.
Yeah, and Saplin's like super excited. She wants to be in the forest. She wants to be looking for flowers. She is booking it to the forest.
This is right up her alley.
So you're kind of like
We'll see
running,
if the
like
dice
all
agree with
excited,
that.
running towards the forest.
We'll see if the dice agree with that, but yes.
So you're you reach the forest, and There's a path sort of going through it, but then there's like trees on either side of the path.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sort of more dense on the right, less dense on the left. And
So
the
we're
left,
officially in the forest now, pretty much.
you're kind of entering the forest.
Is it like still light in the forest, or is it shaded?
It's shaded. There's
The-
tree cover over top, so
Okay,
It's
I'm
a-
gonna
your
look
perception
around.
checks would be
forest.
normal.
Okay, so I'm just gonna look around.
All right.
Yeah, I'm also gonna look around for any sign of these flowers or areas where it looks like you would find flowers.
All right. Roll perceptions then.
Well, since you know what they look like and have seen them before, do
Oh.
you know where they might be?
My roll says yes.
Nat 20.
How did it end up with 15 again?
That's funny.
Yeah, I rolled a nat 20 on my perception check, so
Well done.
while looking for signs of these flowers.
All right. So with a nat 20, you don't see any yet, but the right side is like a steeper hill, and the left side sort of more flat and open, so it would be easier to find it that way, you would think.
So the flatter area
Yeah.
makes sense. Meadows, flower
It's
fields.
less dense, so the
Would,
less
chances of you
competing
spotting it.
foliage.
Right.
Yeah.
would the flowers have like a distinct scent that Morrow could pick up?
That's a good question. I don't believe so. I believe they are fairly odorless.
Yeah, I think they become kind of acidic smelling once they're broken down,
Yeah.
but
Mm,
the base flower probably not.
Right.
okay.
All right, so you guys go to the left then?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you start looking. There doesn't seem to be a lot of flowers around here.
Once we
So-
get to a good position, I'd like to climb a tree so I can get a better look around to see if I can see what I hope to be seeing.
All right.
I think once we have an area that's mostly flat, and I kind of tell this to the group, when we find an area that's mostly flat, it'll be easier to try to spot the flowers.
Okay. Yeah. If Firedew, if you want to climb a tree, go for it. I'll let you roll perception with advantage.
Okay, I can do that. I can climb a tree just fine.
Yeah, you have inherent climbing abilities, right?
Yep,
So 17.
Nice. 17.
yep.
With a 17, after you guys have been looking around for a while, you've been in the forest for like hour and a half, looking for this thing. So you decide to climb a tree to get a better look, and you don't see the flowers, but you do spot some people off in the distance in the forest, and they're kind of arguing.
There's some people over there. They're talking very loudly to each other. I can't hear what they're saying though, or can I? How close are they?
They're a good 120 yards away.
Okay, so probably can't hear them. They're very
You can't
active,
make out what they're saying.
and I'll point the direction.
So do you guys go that way?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna suggest that they stay there and I'll sneak over and see
Yeah,
what's going on.
I don't want to approach them as a group in case there's something not right there.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna kind of crouch a little bit lower because if they haven't spotted us yet.
Well, we have a giant with us. You crouching's not gonna do anything. They're gonna spot him first.
Right, but people spotting me that are unfamiliar, they tend to make assumptions.
Okay, fair enough. Okay,
Now
so
just get down on all fours and crouch with her just because it looks fun.
so am I sneaking over to see what's going on?
Sure.
So stealth.
Yeah, go ahead and roll stealth.
Sneaky, sneaky.
25. All right, so you sneak over, and as you're getting closer, it kind of opens up a bit into this clearing, and the people are in this clearing, and one of them is standing in front of this giant tree. Like, this one's much bigger than the others around here. And there's 4 people there. You're kind of like at the edge, sort of just taking a look. And you can hear them a lot better now. And there's one of them with his back against the tree, and 3 of them are kind of like have him surrounded. And he's like, "You stay back. You can't hurt this. You can't hurt it. Stay away." And they're kind of like closing in on him, like they obviously are not friends here. And he's kind of like swinging a stick at them to try and keep them back. And at his feet behind him, you see the Dream Lilies.
Okay, so I'm trying to keep an eye on Son and Morrow if I can.
Mm-hmm.
But that's really about all I'm doing at this point. I'm just kind of waiting.
Yep. What's the song gonna do?
So how many did you say there was? 3 people surrounding the guy?
You see 3 people surrounding him.
Can I sneak attack one of them?
Yeah, you could sneak attack one of them.
Whichever one's closest.
Mm-hmm. Where is everyone else when she's doing this? Just for the record.
If
They're still in
Son
the
is
clearing.
not if Son is not heading back to let us know what's going on, probably after a few minutes I'll get bored of waiting in the grass and just kind of inch forward.
And I'd be falling right next to her.
Okay.
What would Mr. Paladin be doing?
I'm just kind of checking the whole situation out. And
Yeah, because I'm assuming.
Yep.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I'm assuming we couldn't hear any of that.
No, you guys didn't hear any
Right.
of it. Just she did.
I do believe I can kind of see the 3 of them approaching and realize that something is not quite right about this whole situation.
Actually, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have Morrow like growl, see if they'll get scared of hearing like a dire wolf.
So instead of the sneak attack?
So instead of sneak attack, I'm gonna have Morrow try and scare them.
Okay. Give me a second.
Wolf intimidation.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Just gotta do one thing here.
If you have any questions or need help, let us know.
Oh, I got it. Sorry, 1 second. had a token for Moro, but I need to redo it.
Sure, I should probably be looking at the map in case things get placed.
Right. Controlled by Angel. Okay. Put that up there. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and move you guys over to this map here.
Ooh, okay.
I had a feeling that was about to happen.
All right.
Okay, so
So
we've got our 3 guys with our 1 guy with the Dream Lilies behind him.
mm-hmm.
Okay, we're all in this bottom corner. Okay.
All right. So yeah, you guys are all over here. The 2 at the front are San and Moro. For the record, the dark blue is your player characters and like your allies. Light blue is like non-player allies. Red is a bad guy. Yellow is neutral. And if you need to ping, you can hold it down like that. Each of you should be able to control your character.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and...
Are each of the squares a certain amount of distance?
each of the squares is 5 feet.
Yes.
I can move
So-
Morrow, but I can't move me.
Can't move you? Let me check that real quick. Edit. Edited and controlled by Angel.
So yeah, I think we all have that issue. Well, apparently not that person.
There we go.
I can move.
All right, try that now.
Yeah, I can move me and I can move Morrow. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I can move me now. Stuff shows up.
Oh, wait, Lilia. Oh, that is wrong character. Saflin should be on here, not Lilia.
Yeah, I was like, I don't see my character to move. So I was like, I can't move anybody.
Sorry about that. I put the wrong character out.
Okay, yeah, now I can move them.
It was supposed to keep the names, but it didn't keep the names on there, so.
Okay, good. It does snap. Okay.
Yep. All right, so yeah, go ahead and move your characters to where you think they would be.
Well,
In this
no,
situation.
none of us have snuck forward yet, except for Son and Morrow.
Right.
Although Kirio and I had said that we were gonna inch forward.
Mm-hmm.
Banana said, Meteor, you should make Moro pink to remember that she's female.
Could do that.
So are diagonals also going to be considered 5 feet?
Yes.
Okay.
So you said you wanted Moro to growl to try and intimidate them?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and roll an intimidation check for Moro. So you should be able to go to Moro's character sheet and roll it there.
Nope, it just gives me a thing for bite.
What's Moro's strength would probably be what this one
Yeah,
is.
probably.
Uh,
Because Moro is big bad wolf
Uh,
with big teeth.
Just go ahead and roll it with your intimidation score then.
Yeah, I found it. That's Mars.
Oh, there. Nat 20.
Mm,
Very
Nice.
nice.
strong girl.
Okay.
If only it was a hit.
So, Moro gives this like really deep, aggressive, and it. These guys definitely hear it as they all turn in this direction, startled, like, What was that, guys? And this guy kind of backs away further. The guy in yellow is a satyr, by the way, and there is 2 goblins and an orc, or not goblins, sorry, bandits, so human bandits. And so they are looking your way. You rolled a 25 in stealth before, or a nat 20 in stealth. Was it a nat 20?
Was it 18?
18? Okay,
Yeah, 18 plus 7.
It was a 25 total before.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So you're still kind of hidden. They haven't quite spotted you yet, but they're definitely all afraid.
Definitely heard Mara.
If
So
we're
you no longer
initiative
have
yet.
a surprise attack, but go ahead and all roll initiative.
Okay.
Okay.
I was gonna say if we're not in initiative yet, but that's okay.
Yep.
Because we are.
What were you gonna ask though?
I was gonna ask if I could cast a minor illusion 30 feet in front of me. But I can do it as part of initiative if I need to.
Hold on, I forgot Mara. Mara got a 10. How did
How the
Kieran
heck did I get a 3.7?
What?
Plus
3.17.
3.17.
I don't know why
Um,
my initiative is only +3. I have a dex of +5.
That is
What?
weird. I've never seen a decimal
Mine's
before.
mine's a +2 because
Mine's
my dex
plus
is a +2. Like, what's your value in the initiative box on your character sheet?
3. That's what I
Okay.
used to roll, and then I just realized, it's 3. My
It's-
dex.
Ignore what's after the decimal, I guess.
7, 11.
Oh, never mind. It is +3. Okay. So yeah, I've got no clue what the 3.17 is.
Yeah, ignore the 0.17 because it's probably trying to do a division, but it doesn't need to.
I'm just going to roll again normal to see if that fixes it. Yeah, no, it's doing 0.17 for some reason. No clues. So my initiative is 11.
18.
I don't know why it's doing that.
You may have a feature that's supposed to give you like an increase of so much, and it's making a fraction.
Let's
I don't
see.
know.
So 11, I guess, for you then?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Did it show up? Yeah, it even showed up that way on that as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I rolled an 8.
So combat has started, and we are going to end it there. And we will start off
Aw.
combat next time.
We got 15
Cool.
minutes. Let's do this.
Well,
Okay.
it's up to Nihon if he wants to start or not, but he said he had to go pretty soon, around 8.
Yeah, I can. I mean, I can. If everyone else can do it, I can probably hold off a little bit.
Yeah, I can.
Okay, we can do this then.
All right, you guys want to do this?
Yeah, let's go for it. We can wrap. I mean,
Okay.
if it gets to the point where we need just to wrap, we can do our combat and wrap things up afterward. We can do that, but no worries.
Right. Yeah, we can just stop at the end of combat if needed.
Yeah, if we need to, we might not need to. We'll see how this goes.
All right.
Might all
Okay.
die.
Well, I wanted to do something ahead of initiative, and I ended up being first in turn order,
Yep.
so that works out.
Yep, you get first turn.
Thank you there, future me problem.
Firedale, also, your issues with the extension, if you turn off the extension, refresh the character page, and re-enable the extension, the decimal will fix.
Okay.
So that's a thing. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, since...
There you go, Vistani.
I don't think I can do cantrips as bonus actions. I think those are still actions at this
It's
point.
specific on the spell. The spell would say if the casting time
Yeah,
is a bonus
if
action.
I'm looking at my actions, it says the only bonus actions I have are 2 weapon fighting and healing word.
Mm-hmm.
So, so I am going to go ahead and start us off. I need to get closer before I can do anything because I'm not in range of them currently.
Are you
So
going to say anything to us?
Me?
No, her.
Oh. Okay.
I mean, I don't technically know what's going on yet because unless Son and Maru have filled us in, I just know that Maru started growling.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So I'm like, guys, I'm gonna go ahead. Maru's growling. This seems bad. And I'm gonna kind of move forward. And I have a speed of 30 feet, so I'm gonna move 30 feet. So, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Trying to see where I can move within 30 feet. That'll get me within 30 feet of one of the bad guys, in theory. Assuming I can see them at that point as we get closer. Yeah, I don't know how y'all are doing the line thing. I can't get that to work.
You just drag.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep,
okay.
you're doing it.
I'm doing nothing.
No, that was me.
Oh.
4, 5, 6, 7, 6. So that would be about here. And that would put me close enough to deal with these guys.
So that's your movement.
Yeah, so that's my movement. So now I'm going to cast a spell.
This is just me testing. Pay no attention to this roll.
Okay. Yeah. And I'm going to kind of speak to the one that's closest to me, I believe. Let's see. No, I can get to the one in the middle. This guy in the center here, red guy in the
Okay.
middle.
Mm-hmm.
He's within 30 feet of me, correct?
Yeah. He is.
Cool. So I'm going to be like, hey, what seems to be the problem here? I think we can all come to an agreement here. We don't need to have any problems. And I'm gonna cast Charm Person.
Okay. Let's see. Charm Person.
Yeah.
If you
He is
click it on
humanoid.
your Beyond character sheet there, Fire, it'll actually give you all the information about it
Mm-hmm.
on the right side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a save. They have to roll a Wisdom save of a 13.
Okay.
D18.
Drop my dice.
Or befriended.
Yes, or
Alright,
they have to be
here's
my
the-
friend. And we're not
He-
fighting it yet, so they don't get to roll with advantage.
He rolls an 8.
Okay, so he is charmed by me until the spell ends or until one of us hurts him.
It's
And
not
I am regarded as a
concentration.
friendly acquaintance. So they
Okay.
think we're friends right now.
Oh, hey! Oh, I love you, man. You're... I don't know who you are, but I love you.
Right? I don't think we need to have anything like we're just kind of here to have a good time, right?
Oh, I love having a good time.
And I'm just kind of hoping to keep him out of the equation and be like, hey, so why don't you go ahead and come this way? I really want to see those flowers behind you. They look really pretty.
Okay. I can come towards you. He'll do that on his turn.
Okay. And as a bonus action, don't think there's a whole lot of point in me doing a bonus action right at this moment.
You could prepare a spell.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and grant a Bardic Inspiration as my bonus action.
Okay.
Um,
On who?
I'm gonna look over at. I have to be within 60 feet, so that should be pretty much everybody.
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
gonna look over at San and be
Okay.
like, "See, there was no need to have a problem here. Everything's great. I bet you'll be really good friends with him too." And I'll just kind of grant Bardic Inspiration, just trying to give this inspiring speech and also let
Okay.
them know what the frick is going on.
All right. So, Thon, you have inspiration. On your character sheet, there should be a spot up at the top for inspiration. Just click that so you know you have it.
Yep, I did.
And that's all of
Mhm.
my actions this round.
All right. So then, Aurora, you're up next.
All right, I'm gonna make this super easy for you. I'm just gonna move.
Just gonna move. Nothing else.
I don't think I can do anything
Do you want to
else.
like hold an action?
Oh, not at the moment, no.
Okay. Then next up is San.
Have they noticed me yet or not?
Currently their focus would be on Saflin.
Okay.
Yep.
I want to sneak around the back to where the Sayer is.
Okay.
I think I can move that far. Hold on. How far
You
can I
can
get?
do a dash, which doubles your move, but you can't
Yep.
attack if I remember right.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah. So I'll do a dash and sneak around to where he is.
Alright, if you're going straight like that,
They will
No,
see
I'd
you.
have to-
they
I'd
will
have
Probably
to
want
definitely
to
see
go
you.
around the edge.
Yeah, you'd want to kind
Yeah.
of stick around the edge.
So if I go to there and then probably there.
Okay. Move you right next to him, so here.
Mm-hmm. Do I have to do stealth or anything?
Yeah, roll stealth to see if they notice you. Nat 1, they don't notice a thing.
Okay. So I'm there now.
Well, here, that guy. 2 and a 5. Okay. All right. So that was your action and your movement. Any bonus actions?
I'm gonna see if I can get his attention. The Sayers to try and move him.
Okay. What do you say?
Oi, come here.
Who are you?
Yeah.
All right.
You're telling him to come there, and he's literally right next to you.
Yep.
No, I mean,
Like hide while they're focused on me.
yeah, hide.
Okay. So then next would be Curio.
Okay, well, she walked out in front, so I am going to go stand up and go, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 35, 40, 45, 50, very quickly, and say, what's going on?
All right, so you dashed.
No. No, I use my innate ability as a tabaxi to double my movement.
Yeah.
So I still have full action and bonus action left.
So you moved to
Very nice.
Yeah, and I'm right next to him or her, or I'm not sure. And I'll say,
Probably
what's
gonna
going
be
on?
her.
And everything looks kind of tense. So just in case, I will ready an action to attack with my claw if I'm attacked.
Okay.
right, and this guy in the middle is charmed.
So if you're attacked, you're gonna attack
first.
back. Okay. All right, and that's all you're doing?
Yeah.
All right.
I can't ready 2 actions, so.
Mm-hmm. All right, so next we have the orc here who has been charmed. And he has been told to come here. So he comes here and says, "You're my best friend."
Turn into Doug.
And then since he's charmed, he's not going to attack at all. And we will move to Moro. Did we say that Moro was
Moro's
going to
just
be?
gonna sit there.
Okay.
Moro won't.
Yeah, Moro is just hiding over there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So then we have this. Okay, so next character is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, so we're going to do an attack. Saflin, what's your AC?
Who's attacking me?
You don't know.
Okay, not my friend though, probably.
No, not the orc.
All right, my AC is a 13.
Okay, that's a miss then. So you see an arrow whiz by your head, and it did not come from any of the 3 that you have seen.
Oh my. That wasn't very nice.
It came from kind of the direction that the orc is in. But other than that, you're not quite sure where it came from. But it did miss you.
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking at the orc next to me, and I'm be like, "Did you see that? That was so rude."
So then their turn is going to end. We're gonna go to this guy, who is right next to Firedale, so he's gonna turn towards him, and he is going to try to attack you. You wanted to attack first, though, right? So he's like rearing for an attack. Fire now. Oh, there you go.
Sorry, I was muted. I curtailed the claws.
8 to hit. Does not hit.
Okay.
It's a miss. He's going to roll to hit. What's your armor class?
15.
He also misses with a 10.
Wish, wish.
And
And that's going to be one of those I'll look at him, tilt my head, and say, well, that's not very nice.
he
Right? They're so rude.
I know.
Yeah, you just kind of come up and go, "Hi!" And he just swings the club at you, and you dodge out of the way and try to swipe at him, and he dodges. You both just kind of miss. So no one's hit anyone yet.
Whiff, whiff. Whiffs are good.
And this
For the
guy
bad guys.
is going to come here. And he is going to also try to attack. You said, what was your armor class?
15. I hate that we
15.
can't see you.
Yeah.
If I try to roll it, it's going to do it twice.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
So,
Because you've got it up twice.
yeah. That's the only reason I'm not doing it in there.
But yeah,
so
15.
he rolled an 11
Okay.
to hit, so he misses. And then it is Callan's turn. So he...
So we have officially been attacked.
no one's hit yet, though.
Nobody has done any damage.
Correct. What's his movement speed? Where's that
And
at?
more importantly, the guy that I charmed, nobody has tried to
45
hurt.
feet.
So he's charmed by me for an hour or until someone tries to hurt him.
So Callan is going to run up here next to you. And he is going to... Let's see, what can he do?
He can throw rocks.
Mm-hmm.
He throws a
Very
rock at my
reportedly.
new friend. I'm going to be very upset with him.
He is going to cast Grease.
Okay.
So slick grease covers the ground in a 10-foot square centered on a point within range. So
Who is he messing with?
he's kind of slicking up this area here.
Pick 4 squares and color them in.
Yeah, so we'll go
Okay.
there.
Really?
That's an indirect attack, so it's
Yeah,
not really attack
that's where-
targeting him.
Yeah, but that's where my orc is, so it's unfortunate.
He's not the greatest at tactics, obviously. So then that was his action. And as his bonus action, he's gonna prepare a rock. He's not gonna do anything with it yet, but he's preparing it.
Can I hiss at him under my breath to leave my friend alone?
You
He's not
can tell him
hurting
on
anyone right now?
it is now back to you, so you can tell
Okay,
him.
so it's on my initiative again.
Yep, it is now your
Okay.
initiative again.
Be
Back
like,
up at the
he's
top.
our friend. We're not gonna hurt him. We're gonna let him be. He's not doing anything to hurt us.
Oh,
Um,
my bad. I was kind of far away. I couldn't hear what was going on.
That was kind of rude.
I thought he was gonna attack you.
I did have an arrow fly by my face though, so maybe we should figure out what's going on with that.
How-
That's a good idea.
So I'm going to now cast Vicious Mockery, which has a 60 feet range. But I'm going to cast it at the one that is trying to hit Firedale. The
Which one?
that one.
I looked away right then. Top one or bottom? Bottom? Okay. Vicious
Bottom.
Mockery. Alright.
Yeah, so I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery. And be like, attacking someone who's trying to make friends with you is really rude, you know.
So Vicious Mockery, that one.
That
Slew
is
of
very mocking.
insults. Wisdom 13. What's his wisdom? That's B.
Yeah, I'm unleashing a
is
string
0.
of insults. I'm basically saying you're really rude.
That really hurts.
He rolled a 6.
It's
Oh wait. You have to roll
1d4
to hit.
damage.
Yeah, it did 3 damage.
I did 3 damage. Yeah, the damage roll was a 3.
Okay.
That's why I put it underneath that
So-
psychic damage.
It's literally words that hurt him.
Yeah, it's like
You
I'm
do
giving
3
him psychic damage because I just verbal barbs,
All right, so he takes
making him feel really
3
bad about
psychic
himself.
damage. You yell that at
So-
him, and he kind of like grabs his head, like. Ah!
Trying to make him feel really guilty right now for what he
I'm
just did.
sorry.
You hurt his feelings.
He hurt mine
And-
first.
He will have disadvantage on the next attack roll. All right.
Correct.
Do you say anything to your orc friend?
At this point, he's already thinks of me as a friendly acquaintance. Be like, why are your friends being so rude? My goodness.
I'm so sorry about them. They can just be like that sometimes.
Yeah, and I'll probably can't do it this turn because it'd probably be an action to try to engage in actual full conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But
Right, you have
going
about
forward,
6 seconds to talk to him.
yeah. So basically, just why are your friends being so rude? And that's it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and you're gonna stay there.
Yep.
All right. Aurora, you're up.
So we haven't actually hit anybody with any attacks, right?
Right.
Nope. But they've been
Actually,
slow.
yes.
Vicious
Lily
Mockery.
did.
I've hit one.
yeah?
Lily did.
Okay. Well, I have enough movement that I can move right on up over here. And I can reach for my hand at for my let's go with the great sword. And I can attack the guy in front of me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll do that.
Good luck.
Roll to hit. 19
have
definitely hits.
advantage.
So
And 7 damage.
mm-hmm.
Alright. With 7 damage, he's dead. You have killed that guy.
I'm
Yes.
just trying really hard to keep the orc focused on me so that he's not upset that his friend just died.
So basically, I see.
Well, he
that
was a prick anyways.
Curio is up there, and he's in a little bit of trouble. He's got some friends who are taking swipes at him. So
Mm-hmm.
I charge in from the bushes, great sword in hand, and just drop the first dude I see. Just out of like precaution for him, I let him know with a boast that don't worry, you are safe.
I'll pet his
Alright.
head.
I'm confused by this,
All right.
but I have no time to think about it.
Anything else you want to do?
Nope, not at the moment.
All right. San?
Mhm.
You're up.
Mm-hmm. So
So you
I'm
wanted to
gonna
lead
attack-
him away?
no, I'm gonna attack this guy.
Okay.
He's still sneaky hidden, so that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, that's definitely a sneak attack because he had no clue you were there.
Okay.
You
So
roll
which one?
back with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Which one is that? This one?
If you hover over the die and then select advantage,
That was
it'll do the double
damage.
roll for you.
Oh,
You need to roll to
crit
hit
roll?
first.
You
Me
have
a
to
crit.
roll the hit DC first.
Oh, okay. So I'm using a dagger. Okay. That was a nat one. What
Oh,
the fuck?
nat 1.
Did you roll with advantage? You rolled two
Yeah,
of them.
you get advantage, so
Yeah,
roll one
because
more
you're
time.
sneak attacking.
And pierce damage.
No,
Roll the hit
roll the
again.
hit one more time.
Oh, rolled a hit.
Mm-hmm. 7. Okay,
At
that
least
is
it
going
wasn't a
to
natural
miss.
one.
Right, it's
Mm.
not the natural one. So, and you're rolling with that. You'll have to move up to him. There you go. So you swipe at him and you miss, and he knows you're there now. But you did miss, so. You do still have quite a bit of movement left. If you want to move anywhere.
No, I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay. Alright. Curio, you're up. Hi, Abby.
Yeah. Well, with the intent to not actually kill the person, but I do want to hit them very, very, very hard.
Okay.
So I'm going to try and hit and see if it works. So I roll that one. Is that hit?
14 hits.
So we do that one.
7 bludgeoning. Very
Yep.
nice.
Still up?
He is down.
Okay.
So should be
Yeah,
able
I didn't
to-
use my claws. I just wanted to
There you
hurt
go.
him really bad and knock him out.
So he's not dead. But he is down. Alright.
And I'm going to stay right where I am at the moment and look around and tilt my head and
Okay.
point at the other one and look at her and tilt my head to the side curiously, and that's it.
Alright. So now it's the orc's turn. He's going to... He just had oil spilled all over him.
And the
So-
ground, it's slippery.
He is going to slip and fall prone.
Hey, one more fan.
And
Yo.
he's going to use his action to get back up again.
He got knocked down, but he got up again.
And then he still hasn't been told to do anything by Saflin, so he's just... he's gonna try
I
and
think
move...
the default is they just think they're my best friend, so they would try to defend me from harm if I was in harm's way. I think
Right.
that's the default.
I believe you're right, yeah.
And it lasts for an hour.
Yep.
Yep. And then he remembers that I did it.
Mm-hmm.
So this will be real bad in about an hour.
So he's
If
just
you're still
gonna
around him.
move out of the grease and move next to you. He's actually gonna whisper to you, my friend's over there. And he points out where he's hiding in the trees.
right one to charm.
I totally forgot about that guy.
Yeah, so now we know where another one is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you do.
Yeah, you do, they don't.
Okay.
So now it's actually his turn. And he
Now that
is,
I'm aware of him.
he is going to aim for San with a crossbow shot. He rolls a 9. These guys can't
Wow.
hit for crap.
I was gonna say my arm was 14.
So he misses. And then he's going to move back this way. You probably were following him with your eyes though, so you know he's this area somewhere. But he is a bit hidden. So then we move to Alan's turn. And
This whisper.
what's that?
Would Callan have heard the orc
Yeah,
whisper to me?
he heard it definitely.
Okay.
He was right there with you. It wasn't really a whisper, it was kind of a speaking, but the others were distracted with killing people.
Okay.
So he's going to use his... Get your tail out of my face. He's going to cast Magic Stone. He gets a 13, which barely hits. Actually, no, he needs disadvantage because he's hidden. 12 still hits. So we're gonna...
Go, new guy.
Come on. Do what I'm telling you, please. Thank you. So he's over there. He hits. And he needs to roll d6. And he rolls a 1. But he's got a +2, so that's 3 damage for him. Damage. So he kind of just magically hurls this rock at him, and it sort of like hits him in the shoulder, and you hear "ah!" Sort of alerting everyone else to where he is.
Oh, you found him. Good shot.
Yeah, I told you I was powerful.
Hemu.
And then we're back up to Lily.
Okay. Well, I think we're gonna need to deal with this guy to get out of combat eventually, so I am going to... Let's see, how far away is he from me?
50.
Okay.
All right. That was Firedale.
What was me?
The last roll. You're rolling for some reason?
That was my head a long time ago.
Oh, it was doing something.
Okay. So I'm going to try to move a bit closer I think.
Alright.
He said he was 50 feet, actually.
5, 10, 15,
Yeah.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Yeah, he's 50 feet away.
Okay. So I'm going to move to where I'm within 20 feet.
Okay.
That should be here-ish, I think.
One more is in within 20.
Okay. Because I can move 30 feet, which should get me just within 20.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm actually going to send a dagger at him because it says my dagger is a range of 20.
Perfect.
2040, I think. So you could do it
It says
without
2060,
normal.
so if I throw it,
Uh,
it's 60.
It's just disadvantage.
Yeah.
20
So
is good.
Yeah, I'm gonna do 20. So I'm gonna go ahead and send a dagger his way, which is that's my roll to hit.
Oh, nat 20.
That's a crit.
That is a crit. First crit of the campaign. First crit hit of the campaign.
Cool. Cool.
So go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
Okay.
Roll it again.
Oh, right. It's advantage because crit. Right?
Yeah.
So crit. Here.
Is it roll twice or is it double the dice? What are we
If
doing?
you in roll 20, you see where it has your hit and then roll damages. If you click
Okay, so use
the
that
thing
one.
that says click, yeah, that'll automatically roll.
Okay,
You do
so we'll do that one.
5 piercing plus 2 crit damage. So you do 7 damage to him. All right. He is still up.
Okay.
He looks very, very hurt.
He's a strong little bugger.
Right. And I think my bonus action, I have 2 weapon fighting, so do I get to use my other dagger? Would that be an option, or is that assuming I use the dagger and I use a quarterstaff if I'm in range?
So I think 2-weapon fighting is for melee, not ranged.
Okay, so
Correct me if I'm
I would
wrong,
just have the
Firedill.
one dagger.
Say that again. Or my name.
2-weapon fighting is for melee, not range, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't worry about that. So I threw a dagger. That's my action.
Oh wait. Let's see. When you take an action and attack a light melee weapon, you use a bonus action to attack a different light melee weapon if you're holding it in the other hand. You don't add the
Yeah,
blow
melee.
unless the modifier is
Yeah, and
negative.
I think
if either
since it
weapon
was-
has the thrown property, you can throw the weapon instead of making a melee attack with it.
Oh, hey, there you go.
Oh, so I can
Throw
use my
another
other dagger.
Yep, you can.
I'll just have both of my daggers in the brush somewhere that I'll have to retrieve after, but
Yep.
that's fine. So I'm gonna throw the other dagger and try this again. And be like, please just go down.
9
that's only a 9 to hit.
misses.
Darn it. Alright. That's my turn then.
All right.
Halt in the name of flower power.
Aurora, you're up.
All right. Well, we got one more to take care of, so let's see here. Trying to figure out what to do. I'll take my movement and let's see.
And we'll say he's out of the tree now.
Okay. So I can use my hand axe as a range of 20, so I can use that to attack, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Right. 16 hits. You deal
And
6
6.
damage,
Yep.
and how do you want to do it?
Just a quick and simple strike, really. Nothing too fancy. No flourish, no nothing. Just roll up. Kind of have pulling my hand axe out as I'm doing so, and just single strike, single blow, all in one efficient swoop.
Straight across the chest.
Pretty much straight across the chest. Just a straight up old school strike across the chest.
All right, so you come running up, bring out your axe, and just wipe it across his chest.
Yes.
And it decimates him. There's no way he could survive that hit. He is dead. And you guys are now out of combat.
Cool.
Congrats on beating your first combat.
Hooray.
Yeah, that orc's gonna remember that we're not friends.
Eventually,
Eventually.
yeah.
We'll deal with it when the time comes.
But currently he is not aggressive to
now.
any of you.
Yep.
So what do you guys do now then?
Well, we need to wrap so Nihon can go.
Yep.
Right?
Mhm.
Yep.
So this
I'm
satyr,
just gonna make sure the guy laying down is still alive.
yeah, he's still alive. He's unconscious at the moment.
Okay.
Kick him in
So
the head.
the satyr turns to you guys, says, thank you so much. They were gonna hurt him. And
Him?
Mm-hmm. And then
No, I mean that's what I said him, so it's all good.
you hear a large booming voice say, thank you so much. And that's where we're gonna end it.
Ooh.
Dun, dun, dun.
I do know where this is going, I think, but I will we'll wait for next time, I guess.
Preempt? Do they even actually exist?
Yeah, we're gonna wrap here and pick up
Yep.
next time.
Yep.
Yeah, trends exist in D&D.
This is why you charm the orc. Yep.
Okay. It's alright, my little brother was
Yeah.
watching Lord of the Rings the other day, so I remembered.
Yep.
How do you want to do it? Fancy,
Tree man.
intentionally boring / Nothing wrong with
Yeah,
poking
I'm
efficient.
just sitting here this entire time, and I'm like, I'm so glad I charmed the orc.
Mhm.
So glad that's
Yep.
the one I grabbed.
Yeah, that was the most powerful out of all of them. for
That
sure.
was my guess. Because
Mhm.
I'm like, there's bandits and the orc. Which one looks like the leader? Let's
Mhm.
charm that
The
one.
2 bandits were just little weakling guys. The archer was
Archer
pretty
took
strong
a nice hit. Yeah.
Archer was decently strong, and the orc was definitely the strongest. So you made
Did
a good
any
choice.
of us actually get hurt?
Nope.
No, they couldn't hit for nothing.
Stormtroopers.
Flawless
We about
victory.
couldn't.
Yep.
I mean,
Well.
it's good because getting hit at first level hurts a lot.
Mhm.
I mean, I have healing spells. I do. I made sure that I kept one of my level 1 slots, even though I spent one of them, so that I could heal if I needed to.
So good job, guys. You did really good.
Yay. We live.
Mm-hmm.
We did it!
Woohoo.
So we will pick up here next time.
Okie doke.
Thank you all for coming, and I hope
Not a
you all
problem.
enjoyed.
Thanks for the game time. Sorry
Yes,
it ran
thanks for
late.
hosting.
Say
Hope
bye,
it wasn't
everyone.
too bad.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye, everyone.